Hello, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is a general message for fire signs. If it resonates with you, take what does, leave what doesn't. If it don't fit, don't force it, just relax and let it go. Now, there's a message for somebody here, okay? Fire signs. It seems like your relationship are not passive but driven by strong will and desire. You're being asked to embody confidence on authenticity at this moment, okay? Some of you could be dealing with a water sign, or you may have water and fire in your chart. But somebody's being manipulative around you, okay? The emotional manipulative, the moody, they could be repressing or have some imbalance in their life, but someone may be struggling to express feelings honestly, or emotions are being used as in an unhealthy way, okay? This one's of emotional undercurrent here between fire and water. While passion with the King of Wands is strong emotional steadiness, they may be lacking, okay? It's a reminder to watch for manipulation or suppressed feelings in yourself or others at the moment, okay? Because somebody could be suppressing their feelings and not using their authenticity, okay? Some of you could be with a karmic or in a relationship with a karmic, or you could be in a same-sex relationship, okay? But it speaks of union, okay? Attraction, mutual attraction you could have had between you and this person, okay? You need to pay attention though to some form of imbalance between you both in this connection here. Even if passion and your drive are present, the relationship may not be fully reciprocal right now. There could be communication inequality need to be repaired right now between you both, okay? Because somebody might feel like they're loving somebody more than they're loving them, or they might feel, say, that the relationship's off balance, there's no equal give and take. But what's going on now for somebody is holding on tight onto people and things that no longer serve them. Somebody's fearing some form of loss, okay? It could even be their possessions or their security, so they're trying to control the situation, okay? Somebody here though could have been lacking direction or being pulled in opposite direction when they're trying to go forward. Somebody has to make a choice, okay? You're being called to take control, set clear direction, and move forward decisively, okay? If you harness your willpower here, fire signs, and align your emotional and your passionate side, you probably get some form of balance into your life here, okay? But for somebody though, it seems like somebody is holding on tightly, perhaps to the security or the partner, or an idea of love. But this creates a protective but restrictive energy, okay? Because yourself as the King of Wands, okay, your love life is charged with passion and confidence, but there's boldness and charisma, but it needs balance. You can't be just all sex and no emotional side to things, because when the King of Cups here is showing up reversed, for somebody there was some form of emotional imbalance or manipulation that is present, okay? Compassion without emotional maturity can lead to some form of instability here, because this could be a karmic, like I said, or frenemy, because you're going to be asked to take control or set direction here or move forward with clarity. This could mean steering the relationship into a more stronger phase, or deciding to move on with determination. But there's definitely imbalance between you both, okay? In this relationship or friendship, between passion, it seems to be very high, very strong, coming from yourself. Okay, but this does speak about emotional steadiness and harmony aligned, because like I said, this King of Cups reverse and the Two of Cups reverse right now, there's a tendency to cling on, especially with the Four of Pentacles. But the future calls for decisiveness, movement and alignment. There's definitely fire and water taking place. You need to release your fear, confront some form of imbalance and move forward with clarity and willpower right now. That's for somebody, because there's definitely some frenemy. Could be in a falling out of a relationship or friendship, okay, because things were off balance with just sex and nothing else. There was no emotions attached to it. At the bottom you do have rushing. You can't hurry love. The right one is coming in the perfect divine timing. So it could be the person that you're with now isn't the one for you. It could be you with a karmic right now. Okay, somebody is suffering anxiety. It seems like you're afraid to get close to someone. It seems like they're scared as well. But somebody might need to give somebody a chance. But let's see, you've got settling, fire signs. Okay, don't stay with someone who isn't right for you just because it's safe. Because some of you could be staying with somebody because they're giving you security, they're paying the bills, okay, that you can financially rely on this person. But it's telling you don't stay with somebody because it feels safe, okay, that you're getting a roof over your head. Because in the past, somebody was unavailable. It could have been, like I said, emotional unavailable. Because it seems like you're chasing someone unavailable, or you are the one who's running away here in the past. Okay, subconsciously you could be got some pent-up anger that you're holding on to. It seems like you have unresolved feelings from your past that make you resentful towards others right now here, fire signs. Because the outcome's showing here that you're fearing of touch. You don't trust touch. Take small steps until you feel comfortable with others, because some of you right now you're very defensive, angry, okay, frustrated of being in a situation or being with somebody you really don't want to be with. That's for somebody. And now they don't want nobody to touch them, okay. They'll be angry. Somebody who's emotionally unavailable that you could have been dealing with. That's why it's telling you not. Don't rush love, okay. Tell me about the vibes here for fire signs, sun, moon and Venus rising. If this resonates with you, fire signs, please like, share, subscribe. Alright, somebody here could be getting away. Some of you could be going away with somebody to relax and have fun. But you're settling because it's safe. Like I said, they could take you on holidays, you know what I mean, show you a good time. But in the past, it was lust, greed, by any means necessary. Somebody was very inconsiderate in the past. It was emotional unavailable. Like I said, you were dealing with somebody who could have been chasing someone that was unavailable, okay, that was greedy and was prepared any means necessary here, fire signs, okay. Now, subconsciously, you got this pent-up anger that you got unresolved feelings from your past that makes you resentful towards others, and that's through your consequences here. You made bad choices in the past. You played games, or somebody was sending some mixed signal here, but subconsciously you know this here, fire signs, okay, because the fear of touch here, or the outcome, this is the feminine, okay, that feeling that they don't want to be touched. This could be somebody who's nurturing a mother figure here, okay. Could even be a baby mother that they've gone to a point now they don't want to be touched. Could be not by you, that's for somebody, okay. But somebody's going through something legal, lawyers, someone's getting court paperwork ready here, okay. Somebody's willing to take somebody to court, alright, because somebody now is at a stage where here Gladys Knight, midnight train to Georgia. If we're not in love by Monday, then we go our separate ways. You know what I mean? That's for somebody. Okay. Oh no, picked up this one. Some message here for somebody. If this resonates with you, fire signs, please like, share, subscribe. Yeah. Somebody needs to unlock the pattern. The pain didn't start today here, fire signs. You lived this loop before, maybe in love, maybe in lineage. But awareness is the key. You've been here before, okay? Same script, different cast, okay? You're trying to go and say, make something work with somebody who's emotionally unavailable. This is somebody who's greedy by any means necessary and very inconsiderate in the past. Yeah, you need to step beyond your comfort here. Like I said, somebody's in their comfort zone. Growth only happens outside the comfort zone. So you need to embrace discomfort as a sign of progress. When things ain't comfortable, you're not getting what you really usually get, or you could have started a relationship with somebody that wasn't financially stable as the person you previously was in the past, but this could have made you run back to the person that was more unavailable, emotionally unavailable, okay, because they had money. But subconsciously, somebody got pent up anger, made bad choices. You need to honor the contract. Some lessons were written before you arrived. Facing them now completes a soul agreement. For somebody's got unfinished business here because they made bad choices, okay? Now, this female is fearing touch here, okay? You don't trust touch. Take small steps until you're comfortable with others. This feminine is not comfortable around people getting too close, okay? Touchy feeling. But you need to disarm the fear, okay? Fear limits your potential. Release it and step into the power with confidence right now. Okay? That's for somebody. At the bottom, you need to soften the armor. What once protected you may now be holding you back here, fire signs. So you need to let your heart breathe without defense, because somebody's being very defensive. Okay? Somebody's emotionally unavailable in the past. And somebody could be just settling because better the devil you know than the devil you don't know. For somebody. Any other message here for fire signs that I need to know? Sun, moon, and Venus rising. Let's see what the love vibe here for fire signs. Okay. Because somebody here needs to realize the pain didn't start today. You lived this loop before. Okay, you've been through this before. Same script, different cast for some of you. Some of you, it's a repetitive cycle you're going with this person. Yeah. You're going through your honeymoon phase when you're going on vacation here. Okay? This is the beginning. Beautiful, euphoria, full of potential. Let it unfold, but don't ignore the details beneath the romance here. Okay? Someone is settling because it's easier to settle because you don't have to put in no hard work. Now, in the past where somebody was greedy and unavailable, okay, like I said, you got a travel partner. You found someone who travels at your pace. There's harmony in the way you navigate the world together. So, but you need to step beyond your comfort zone here. But somebody's staying in their comfort zone for now, it seems like, because they're in the honeymoon phase right now. Subconsciously, fire signs. You got love is love. Love transcends labels, gender, and expectations. Let your heart feel without fear or apology, because some of you could be in a same-sex relationship, okay? And somebody needs to honor the contract. Some lessons were written before you arrived. Facing them now completes a soul agreement, because somebody has got consequences. Somebody could have got some bad advice, playing games, having mixed signals, okay, and now carrying some pent-up anger because somebody could have chosen the same sex, okay. Now, somebody is fair in touch, this feminine here, okay. She may not feel fearful around another female, but she does seem to be around male, okay. Yeah, somebody could be rushing things, rushing through the romance. Somebody needs to hit pause and let things simmer. Good things take time, and so does lasting love. So somebody here who could be disarming their fear and stepping out in faith need to actually take things a bit more slower. Don't rush into getting married. Okay? Because love is love. At the bottom, some of you could be coming from the single life. But you need to embrace your independence and expand your horizon and enjoy the solo journey. Because when you're best self, you attract the best. Because somebody here is settling. That's for somebody don't want me to talk. Somebody could be settling, okay? Or trying to rush things before the time. And before you know it, you're going through legal problems and court papers are being filed, okay? So, pre-warned is pre-armed. Some of you could be experiencing this already. This is a timeless reading. Could already taking place now, or is yet to come. There's going to be some intervention here. Somebody might be being rescued, or because other people are involved in the relationship here, fire signs, okay? Because in the past, you got tick-tock when it concerns this travel partner. There could be a deadline or time's running out, okay, for you to travel towards this person, because the person could be end up unavailable, all right, or they're taken with somebody else, okay, because somebody could have took so long, or procrastinated, or put things off till somebody actually was with somebody else, okay. Now subconsciously, you know that somebody here is happy. Because love is love. It could even be with the same sex, okay? That you're overjoyed and smiling, okay? But somebody is carrying some pent-up actions here. Anger, through the consequences. Yeah, somebody's definitely having anxiety, scared and panicking regarding rushing things here to go and get married. It could even be the same sex. But for somebody here, like I said, it's about love, okay? You don't choose who you love, you know what I mean? Because somebody only has eyes for you. They're fascinated, they're watching you. Somebody could be moving physically or changing location. But yeah, definitely going on vacation. Some of you could be meeting your counterpart on some form of travel while you're traveling or on vacation. Any other message here for the collective of fire signs to the need to know? Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. There's going to be some intervention though, because people keep getting involved. Yeah, you need to check yourself here, fire signs, okay? Some of you right now are trying to burn some evidence from the past, okay? Could be that you was traveling with somebody else, or somebody else was traveling with somebody else. But this was a private relationship, subconsciously you know this, okay? Because somebody now is fearing touch, scared, panicky, and they don't want to hear it. Now this is somebody who's in full-blown denial, okay? Regarding how they're really feeling, okay? How they're settling, because it's easier to settle. This is somebody who's insecure. This is somebody that's going to be revealed regarding somebody expressing themselves that they need some sexual protection. That's why somebody's fearing touch, okay? Because somebody's going to get kicked to the curb here, fire signs, because somebody who's actually going through some form of depression and feeling insecure and going through this, okay? Any other message here for fire signs, Sun, Moon, and Venus rising? Let's see, what's the tea here? Because somebody definitely need to check yourself here, okay? Yeah, you're drifting apart here, fire signs. The connection between you and someone is fading, but someone's still holding on to people and things that no longer serve them. Someone's definitely keeping tabs on you in the past. Someone's keeping a close eye on your actions here. This is somebody who's trying excuse me, let me take a drink, clear my throat. Someone is keeping a close eye on you. This is somebody here who's trying to burn evidence who was unavailable in the past. But subconsciously, you know someone's gone hidden agenda. They've been a chameleon. Someone has hidden agenda and motives here in this private relationship. And somebody's carrying some pent-up anger. Because the no says somebody's not true. This shocking discovery is on its way to you, even though you may not want to hear it, and you're scared and you're panicking. It's because you're rushing things. You're trying to run before you can even creep, okay? Someone's definitely pushing boundaries. Someone may be testing your limits as well here, fire sign. Okay? Or if it's not you rushing things, somebody's trying to rush you into marriage. Okay? There is also somebody here who needs to go within, seek spiritual wisdom regarding this relationship that they're willing to hold on to. Yeah, this is the key to success for somebody, but somebody's having sleepless nights. Okay, there's definitely some beauty and rugged health as well with this rose, but somebody has the key here. But somebody's not sleeping at night time regarding this situation. They could be having sleepless nights. Okay, 8, 9, 9 again. Somebody here is going to go for a new love in the past. They could have been moving quickly, but there's a snake. Indicates enmity and calamities. Okay, why somebody's going to end up marrying and then having sleepless nights regarding this, feeling like they jumped out the frying pan into the fireplace, because subconsciously somebody's got some pent-up anger. Okay, and they've got a hidden agenda here. Okay, they're being a chameleon. Yeah, this is going to be a burden. A tower moment's going to happen and you know it. Okay, everything's going to fall to bits here. It does denote sickness. Somebody could be sick. Okay, somebody could be going through a divorce. Some of you is right now definitely being betrayed and you know it. Something's coming to an end. Okay, there could be a lot of family quarrels going on. Okay, definitely some losses here. Tell me about this shocking discovery here for fire signs, sun, moon and Venus rising. Yes, the fish, it embalms riches through stocks. But it also speaks about fortune failure or some form of disaster. Somebody might feel rejected. Wow, somebody don't want to speak. But remember, every rejection is God's protection. Yeah, somebody right now is very vexed. Could be regarding a third party situation where somebody feels betrayed. Somebody wants to put down some burden. There you're showing here. Wine is a symbol of cheerfulness and gaiety here, fire signs. Could be your counterpart, but there's going to be some form of loss. Okay, somebody might be coming clean about some secret that someone's been holding on. Could be regarding a best friend. Somebody here has been given to two. Okay, within a committed relationship, and someone's going to go through a loss because somebody's going to be moving on. Okay, that's for somebody. Because when you're seeing there 4 of Wands here, it speaks about relationship and stability. Okay, and then somebody here who could be in a home who's experiencing sleepless nights here. Okay, somebody here has gone to a point here where they're suffering with anxiety again. Somebody doesn't want to hear it. Okay, they're overwhelmed. Somebody could even be at a breaking point in the family or in the home. Okay, because somebody's focusing on past. Okay, or in a comfort zone. They're not letting go, letting God. For somebody though, it also does signify guilt, remorse and regret. Now, it can be a sign that somebody's keeping secrets, and it could be regarding some form of infidelity or deception. And it seems to be taking a toll on the relationship that's to the third party involved for somebody here. Okay. Como se? What says? What lies beneath this? Yeah, somebody's definitely been having tantric sex here. Okay, it's telling the person to be cautious here, because for some of you it's going to cause total drama, right? Somebody's going to be getting rid of somebody or tossing somebody out. This is somebody who could even be a copycat, who's coming with some outdated ideas or old news, but somebody is definitely getting played. Okay, there's definitely been some manipulation, lies, control issues taking place, because someone's going to get caught, and they'll be caught cheating. Okay, and you got game over for somebody here, fire signs, because at the bottom somebody's very envious of you. Okay, this is somebody who's promiscuous, sleeps around, hot free for all, sleeps with your man. Like I said, for somebody, it could even be a friend of me who's sleeping with your man, somebody that you know. Okay, somebody that you trusted. That's for somebody. If this resonates with you, fire signs, please like, share, subscribe. This is somebody who always kept you up waiting to see if they're going to fold, they're going to turn up. Okay, this is somebody who's very unreliable. It was a burden, okay, that you had to put down, but the person wasn't changing. That's for somebody. Any other message here for fire signs, sun, moon, and Venus rising? Let's see, it could be if anybody's sending the evil eye before I close this reading. Other message. Whoa, that was quick. Yes, this is the scorned lover here. An old fling of yours is currently a recent ex-partner still feels a deep pain or rejection about some betrayal here. And there's somebody here. You're your own worst enemy. You cause most of your problems or most of the bad things that happen to yourself right now. Wow. Somebody definitely needs to take a spiritual bath, okay, to take off all that negative energy that's on you. And somebody here, if it's a business rival, they can't stand your grind or your hustle right now here, fire signs. And someone needs to seek someone to perform or learn a card cutting ritual, especially when it concerns a scorned ex here, okay? There is someone doing black magic on you or juju work on you here, fire signs, because they're hating on your body image, your exercise routine. Somebody definitely needs to let go, let God. Any other message before I close this reading for fire signs, sun, moon, and Venus rising? Any other message here regarding somebody who's having sleepless nights, regarding somebody who could be having tantric sex, somebody staying in a situation because it's comfortable, okay, it's familiar. Yeah, starting over, ending it and moving on, trying again. The ex is back. Somebody's going to go back to their ex, okay? And you also got, in the past, it takes two. Someone is not committed or incompatible. And there's been a lot of conflict, but somebody could be starting back over again with their ex. Subconsciously, there was a brief affair. You need to brace for a sudden ending, though. It's going to be short but sweet. So even if you return back to an ex, it's going to be short but sweet, because somebody has roving eyes, okay? Keeping possibilities open, obvious flirt, very disrespectful, okay? And someone refused, you're being burnt. You're afraid to love someone again because you feel unhealed, you're going through trauma, or somebody runs away because they're fearing touch now because someone's been traumatized by this situation. Because at the bottom, though, you do have mirror. It reflects your own issues. Like attracts like. So what's ever in you here, fire sign, is in them. Okay? And if you're talking about them, you're talking about yourself. Okay? You're pointing the finger at them, your thumb's pointing back at you. You may not be able to change them, but you can also change yourself. That's the only person you can change, and the only person you can control right now, fire signs, is yourself. Okay? Someone is going through trauma. Someone is refusing to see the obvious or in full-blown denial because they're in a comfort zone and they don't want to change their circumstances. Let's see. What message here for Aries? Does Aries need to know? Aries, you got bang. This is a warning, because you got a warning already. It's about a firing warning shot as a sign of authority and control. Skip necessary steps to gain an advantage here, because my warnings were there, hidden in plain sight, but you didn't take them seriously. Now we're forced to confront what was left unspoken because somebody didn't want to hear it. Somebody was in denial, okay? Now they're going to get a warning. This is the warning, I feel. For Leo, what does Leo need to know? Whoa. Leo, there's going to be a lot of gossip about you here. Unfound allegations damage reputation and trust. Whispers of gossip that cause confusion and spread misinformation about you here right now. Because for somebody, someone said, I realize there is something between us, but the rumors feel overwhelming. The damage is done, not by what was said, but what was left unsaid. That was for somebody, Leo. And for Sagittarius, you got distraction. Subtle cues hint at impending danger. A breath away from potential turmoil. In the closeness of peril lies caution, call. Somebody here is being distracted and not focusing on the road, and they could end up hitting somebody, or somebody, just some impending danger nearby, okay? I was naive to think that fleeting affairs could ever take the place of genuine connection. Distracted and nearly causing irreversible mistakes. So somebody here could have been distracted by a third party, but at the bottom for all of you, you do have commitment. I love you. Asking the big question and hoping for a positive response. Uncertainty surrounds long term, and decisions and approach with patience. Create high expectations and intense emotional pressure. Because for somebody here, someone said, I feel my life is in turmoil and I don't know how to calm it. Whatever can break has broken, but the one thing that remained strong was our love. So somebody here might still love the person, but it seems like somebody was distracted. There seemed to be gossip going around. It was a warning about scorned love, about somebody here that could be sending you the evil eye. Okay, someone needs to have a healing bath, and somebody here needs to seek someone to perform or learn a card cutting ritual. Okay, if this resonates with you, fire signs, please like, share, subscribe. I send you love and light. Namaste.